All right, everybody, welcome back to the B stream, and boy, do we have a fun one for you right now. Quadrant, who have managed to qualify for Worlds, alongside Native Gaming, who have managed to qualify for Worlds, will now be going up against each other in our elimination bracket round 2. Quadrant had a very interesting story so far this tournament. I kind of made a little bit of a quip to Glory as he walked past the bus a few moments ago. I was like, good to see you play Halo today. He was like, what do you mean? I was like, well, you didn't play yesterday. So it's and he's quite Irish, and he understood I wasn't being serious. But this is a very interesting one, because on the other side of things, Native Gaming, first time in Worlds, now they find themselves deep in the bracket as well.
Sica, man on your screen, I caught him backstage actually just now, and I said, how are you doing? And he said, I'm doing well, but after this series I may not be doing well. It'll depend on how it goes, of course. That'll be the question. Worked a lot riding on this. Not only his happiness, but of course a lot of prize money as well as placements as well riding on the line.
We'll start this one off with a triple cap. That's a beautiful way to start. We know how good they are at strongholds historically. Obviously, that story has changed a little bit over the games that we have had, and the expertise that has been relayed to a lot of other teams studying their bonds over the years. But 29-0 is certainly a good start for them. What do you make of their run so far this tour? What do you make of the year so far? It's been a very interesting year for them with all the changes that went down and where they find themselves now.
Yeah, I think the year's been lackluster, if I'm just going to be frank. To be honest about it, I think the year has risked the Quadrant name kind of being slightly forgotten, to be also continually brutal against them.
Continue to be frank.
Yeah, going to continue to be frank. I'll be Andy later on, but for now I will just remain frank. And I gotta say, this tournament has started to change what their year is looking like. I mean, to send the 4th place team Pure home the way that they did in the 3-0, pretty huge statement. They're gonna look to continue going on here.
Barcode going to be taking this 1v1 versus SLG, and not only wins it, but dominates him in that fight. That's going to be 3 dead here for Quadrant, and the continued scoring will happen in just a few moments, as it looks like Native Gaming are starting to flip C as well. Quadrant will remain in control of B, and now they try and find their way out the pipes in towards the turbine. Snipedrone will find one to trade things out, but unfortunately for him, he's now going to fall as well, and not for the first time in a few moments. We see Quadrant finding themselves 3 dead.
B also flipping as well. GloryGGz just holding that with camo, going to make it easy work for him, and they should be able to get the trip cap in effect. Now, that's not only going to put some points on the board, but likely put them into the lead after this stretch. Yeah,
it's been a really, really good run, and I think it's about time we saw something good from Native Gaming. There's a lot of tournaments they've had to go through that open bracket, like I mentioned, but maybe things are starting to click at just the right time with Worlds around the corner for them. 47-37, although we are seeing a conversion of A, which is going to slow the scoring. He's doing a great job as well, just to stay alive and flip B back over, but even though he does it, all the kills stack up again in the favor of Quadrant, and Snipedrone, who's usually so good at capitalizing on damage done, finds himself on an island and can't even get a trade. So that was essentially 4 dead for Quadrant, and you can see the triple cap maybe go back into effect here on the side of Native.
Yeah, 4 dead yet again. Looks like C will get converted. So in the end, Quadrant will have a tiny bit of a foothold, but certainly not a point hold. Native Gaming is still scoring, as they are now firmly into the lead.
GloryGGz, good shot there with the shock rifle. Hit the body. APG picks up a double in the feed. Snipedrone finally shuts the shock rifle player down. That'll be 2 dead here for Quadrant, and continued scoring momentarily on the side of Native, but big kill actually came in and around B there. That was tapping buttons who managed to flush Snipedrone out. It was very, very close to Quadrant being able to take control back of B and get the scoring back in their favor, but tapping times the drop perfectly from Pipes, takes him out, and that will be AB. Another hold for Native Gaming.
Yes, good hold as well, right? Look at this. Moments ago, they were trailing just like that. They're now doubling the score of their opponents at now 88-42.
Yeah, it seems like Quadrant just struggling to find a little bit of a foothold when it comes to slays in this game at the moment. Native are really taking over. Look at GloryGGz, he's got 8 on the board. APG's 9 and 5, almost double positive. Whereas you look on the Quadrant side, nobody is able to get into the ascendancy when it comes to those stats at the moment. SOG really struggling. He's 2 and 10.
Barcode now, sneaking away with a camo. He's also 6 and 2. Oh, might even be able to juke Sica here. Sica in the end, though, gets it no trade for Barcode. So that camo will be neutralized. 112-42, what a start here.
A being flipped though by Quadrant. Oh, just as I say that, look at GloryGGz gets a stick inside of that hill. Glory now in a 1v1, had taken a little bit of damage. It's going to be a really important fight for him to win, and win it he does.
Wow.
Even though Barcode arrives to trade that kill out. They did manage to flip A, and now they can turn the attention to B, knowing they have the timing on the respawns to step into the most exposed stronghold and turn it back in their favor. But Native spawning over at C makes the hard work not really pay off here for Quadrant. now they would continue scoring with the wonky combo of A and C.
Look at the amount of talent on both sides of the stage here. You just, I think the reason Sica said that as well, you just get the feeling that neither of these teams would want to exit here this early in the elimination bracket, also especially ahead of the World Championships. They just want to be there for a championship Sunday.
2 dead again for Quadrant. Slay's still really punishing them. Just not able to get a foothold on this map. Snipedrone staying alive in and around B. He's just trying to draw some attention towards it. A will be flipped for Quadrant and they will be scoring, but again, it feels like every time that Quadrant manages to turn 2 strongholds in their favor, they lose 3 members, a reset will come in, and they kind of just end up on the bad end of scoring once again. B and C now the hold for Native Gaming. They are out-rotating, out-slaying, and quite simply outplaying Quadrant in this map.
Still 3 dead. Snipedrone barely gets away. Surprisingly comes back out. You might have thought it might have been better to just try to wait for Sica and re-engage thereafter. In the end, though, now over 100-point lead. Tapping
Barnes with a beautiful flank there, just waiting for the perfect time. Glory's focusing forward, trying to help out a teammate. Oh, look how easy this is at the moment.
Yeah,
Just
gosh.
one by one, Tapping Barnes is just walking wherever he wants, which is looking like a little bit too easy for him at the moment.
Shroud should at least burn here. Will burn. In the end, though, the nade just gets him. That nade from C-Plat doesn't always get right into that corner. This time, though, it did, so the camo won't be a factor. Still an AB hold. Still points on the board for Native Gaming, as you said. Quadrant not able to get out of this, and the kills just keep racking up for the side of Native.
Well, there's Snipedrone with a double kill, and now you see the pressure starts to come in, and we do know that Quadrant, if they can get a little bit of momentum on their side, if they can get a 3 or 4 dead, that they can be the kind of team to turn a triple cap into a huge comeback. Tapping Barnes going to be challenging in around B again. Tapping with another huge win, and that's against Snipedrone as well. One of the best players in Europe, one of the best shots, not just in Europe, but across the globe, and he gets outshot that time, which means that the triple cap gets stifled. ANC still the whole though.
Look at Tapping. Look at this. Almost does it against SLG in the back as well. Really good just kind of like isolation of the sightlines and target prioritization as well. Now, still an AC hold. Working on B as well.
I like this from Quadrant. They're trying to take the fight to Native Gaming. It was only 1, 3 or 4 dead that they played off of the back off, but since they got it, the pressure they have managed to apply onto Native Gaming has been very, very impressive. They look like they're trying to play for C here. Gilky is down to no shields, but also is becoming good friends with the stacks. Beatdown comes in from SLG. He's starting to find a little bit of form. And just as I say that, he finds another death. 5 and 16 for him, but that was the best moments we've seen from him so far in this game.
Certainly a tough stat line to find yourself on the receiving end of. And worth mentioning, and maybe even what's going through his head right now, the game's not yet over. There's still a lot of points yet to be put on the board. APG somehow picks up that kill, so what felt like it could have been a continued trip will be slowed down. Another kill for APG.
I mean, look at the follow. Look at the effect of that 1 kill, right? Glory probably thinks he's guaranteed a trade in that situation. Instead, APG lives, gets the kill. They turn over A, gets the shot, picks up a kill. All of these things now mean that Quadrant are on the back foot and trying to defend C, the one stronghold that they do have.
Much closer game now, as we said earlier on. It was doubling the score of their opponent. Still the case, however, you have seen Quadrant with a lot of points on the board, but it feels like Native has just slipped back into the driver's seat.
2v2, grapple here for APG. He's going to get that camo, and off the back of the kill from Barcode as well. Should be able to escape and really, really put the pressure onto Quadrant now. I think he's just going to bait this one. One player's going to slide past. Glory has no idea he's there, and here comes...
Too easy.
Double beat down.
Double beat down.
But
does not shoot, therefore does not make themselves visible. Very, very limited visibility from the camo from the melees. Doesn't even take any damage either.
3 dead here for Quadrant. Enemy team, and we are into desperate times for them. APG still with camo to work with. Trades are fine at this point of the game for Native Gaming. 233 points on the board. The AB hold is still continuing. It looks like the play is going to be on to B. SLG's trying to survive. He is ducking and diving, and he is still alive. Just as I say that, though, he gets taken down. Barcode with the double kill, and that might be the dagger here for Quadrant in this game, number 1.
It does feel like it as well. Still 2 dead. Sica will make it 3 dead. Glory, last player on the map. Since he's on your screen, not going to be a play made. That is, whoa, what a way to finish it for APG. Beautiful shots from him. That will be the game. Will be Native Gaming 250 to 109 over Quadrant in game number 1.
I think APG ended up at 18 and 11 there, if I wasn't mistaken, in that game as well. Gilky with some pretty similar statistics alongside him, so that means that Native Gaming will go 1-0 up in this series. We're back in a few moments for game number 2. All right, everybody, welcome back. Quadrant versus Native Gaming continues here on the B stream. At the moment, it is Native Gaming who are 1-0 up as we see the scoreboard change just as I finished that sentence. So great job from everyone.
Great job, everyone. Speaking of great jobs, Gilky. See what he can bring to game number 2 after a really solid game number 1. It's just, Gilky's the gift that keeps on giving in the Halo Championship Series, or I should just say in all the professional Halo. Snipedrone, though, gonna grab not just the overshield, but the green gun as well. So he's got the antidote as well as the power, but finally take it down.
Yeah, really, really important stick from APG there. What a big kill that could be, right? Native Gaming find themselves up by 2 off the back of it. If he stays alive in that situation, doesn't get that stick, then maybe we're looking at the reversal of these scores. But just to touch on Gilky as well, I mentioned on the main broadcast how important it was to see best man outside of a hotel upon arriving, just to be greeted by that smile. The same can be said about just seeing Gilky anywhere. Always.
Yeah, love seeing Gilk. Also, sometimes you get both. You get B-Man and Gilk in the same kind of.
You know, it's going to be a good event.
When you're swinging by a hotel lobby, you might get both of them, and that's when you buy a lottery ticket. If I'm completely honest, that is a lucky day for everyone involved. 6-5 for Quadrant off the opening.
It's like seeing a shooting star.
It is.
7-5 now as Quadrant have managed to find a little bit of a foothold here. 2 players just doubling up in the gen, but it's going to be Snipedrone who can force his way forward now off the back of it. Glory backing him up and now has to turn his attention away, and Snipedrone will follow him. Should be a trade here, or even better. In fact, it ends up looking very good for tapping buttons coming out of that situation with 2.
Glory, I think, probably wanted to get away with not a trade in that scenario. Probably had the ammo to do it, unfortunately, in the end. With a little bit of strange meleeness from the high gen and all that, it got a little bit dicey. Quadrant still up 12-8 as a result.
Sica just did such a good job. He picked up a double kill. Gilky was trying to hunt him down, but he was doubling back, just making himself a difficult kill. And even though he was half shields, he put himself in a position where his teammates were going to have a line of sight onto him. I don't know what's happening with SLG in this series so far, but he's struggled in the previous game, and he's 0-4 in this one at the start.
Also tapping with some good shots there. Ooh, he was ready for it. The stick does not connect, but somehow still trades. That's pretty fantastic considering he spent a good portion of that throwing the sticky and still somehow trades.
APG is going to collect the thrust. Overshield coming up top middle in a few moments as well. You can see that's going to be the battle long distance between Glory and APG. Barcode's going to ruin the 1v1 and make it a stacked numbers advantage in that fight on the side of Native Gaming. That should open up top middle, but I like this play from APG being nice and aggressive. And boy, can this man shoot. He's hit some really good shots at the moment. And Barcode over the back of those shots, and the progression up the map from APG now has an overshield.
Barcode AK, what can he do? Trying to find the base just a little bit overshield left. Melted down. Nice work here from the entire team. Snipedrone would be your last player alive in the end, and what was a pretty substantial Quadrant lead has been removed once again. Now it is Native Gaming about to clear out the fridge. If they can get this one, this will be an even bigger lead.
So he got a couple of kills on the board, so he's trying to find a little bit of rhythm in this game. Good bait and switching around the pink tower. APG looking to move in though on the flank, and he should be able to find at least one here. Snipedrone in front of him. Big damage coming in from APG. Has to just take a second here. Just to reset, get his shields down, and hope that his teammates can play off the back of it. Does even get a trade out of that situation to keep Native Gaming up by 4.
Really nice from APG once again. Unsurprisingly leads the game in assists. Tied with Sica right now, but it's plays like that tell you why APG is able to do so much damage on the map.
Yeah, and you're looking at players who benefit from that. You're looking at tapping buttons, right? 12-6 at the moment. Double positive in this game, number 2 for tapping. And that's what they brought him in to do, right? Play off the damage, secure some kills.
Tap some
1v1 this time. Snipedrone can't get the triple, but will be converted into a kill by your man Glory. Sica finds the final member of Native Gaming, and all of a sudden it's a 2-kill advantage, with the overshield coming out up in around 18, maybe even 10 seconds. That's how time works.
Always going down. Never going
Always
up.
slipping through our fingers. There's an opportunity here for Quadrant to get top middle control and to get that power up as well.
5 seconds left on that power up, and at the 27-30
buttons as well.
Amazing, yeah. Right here should also provide the opportunity. There were 2 dead. Only a few guns on him, and now this is going to provide the opportunity for him to just fly right into the fridge.
GloryGGz trying to be a nuisance. Gets damage down, but Gilky is supporting on this pink side. Even though they've managed to neutralize the majority of that overshield and make it pretty minimal, the impact that it has had, the score still favors Native Gaming here, and tapping buttons is still more than double positive. APG also just seems to pick up that first kill so many times at the moment.
Love what tapping did with that overshield. This gives us a chance to talk about it really quickly as Native's up 36-30. He didn't try to get greedy. He flew into the fridge to get the first kill, sacrificed a lot of damage on the melee, and then got the second kill. I think a lot of people would have approached that slowly, trying to milk the overshields for more damage. But no, get in there, you take the 2-for-1, you have the advantage, take the advantage that you get positionally as well, and now you have an 8-kill lead.
Snipedrone, that's a big double kill though. SLG got one as well, so that's 3 dead for Native Gaming. And even though there is that 6 kill advantage, it's an opening here. What a grenade that is from GloryGGz, just bangs it off that little ramp. Snipedrone takes the bait, runs straight into it. Unfortunately for him, that's going to cost him a death. And at this point in the game, with Native Gaming finding themselves almost 10 kills ahead now.
Jeez.
Those kind of deaths start to hurt you. Snipedrone now last alive, he goes down as well. Native Gaming are taking over these final moments of this game.
They are. Look at tapping buttons, 18 and 9. You start to want to ask the question, sir, just how many buttons are you tapping?
Well, it doesn't matter how many. All that matters is the order in which he's pressing them, because it is in the correct order.
There's also been a lot, though. 2 more kills to go for Native Gaming.
Tier 1 analysis. Anyway, Barcode now moving in, and it will be Native Gaming who go up 2-0, and they are making some noise over on that station as well. Quadrant down by 2, facing elimination from the tournament. We'll have to work out in a few moments and find out if they keep this series going. Well, here we are, everybody. Native Gaming on the brink of eliminating Quadrant Esports from the tournament. 2-0 up now as we head into a little bit of live fire. Players are back from their bathroom break. That's pretty much all the detail I'm allowed to give.
I have more.
Well, you went to the bathroom as well, actually.
I did, actually. Yeah, can I tell you more? Okay, so interestingly, I think you'd expect that. Glory from the dummies. My word, that was a peak shot battle.
Let's hold off on the bathroom talk. Let's talk about the dummy talk. That's the kind of play that gets you going, right?
Yeah,
gets you back into a series, just little things like that.
Really well done from Glory there. Good shots on GloryGGz as well. Very nicely done. Might even get away from this due to some great slides. Aware that a QT could be QTing back.
Snipedrone finds one, he's trying to turn it into 2, but the trade is going to come in. Tapping buttons finds not just the ball, but the sniper rifle as well, and it gives us a second as Quadrant will have 2 of the death screen to talk about the bathroom.
Yeah, I was going to say, you want to know what happened? Okay, so essentially over there, unsurprisingly, Native Gaming in high spirits, kind of talking about the crazy numbers that tapping just dropped. On the Quadrant side, though, it was a full team huddle in the other room neighboring this convention hall, just to really talk about what they needed to do. Of course, won't go into details of what I heard. However, just worth noting that they trying to do everything they can to just kind of rally back together, realizing their tournament lives are on the line.
Sniper goes down. That'll be 2 dead here for Quadrant. Although it's very good early ball time for them, and SLG making a very smart rotate with that ball. Sica, the 1v1 wins it as well. A couple of 1v1s starting to stack up here for Quadrant. And like you mentioned, sometimes just stepping away, having a little conversation, and making everybody recognize the gravity of the situation is what you need to make sure your reticle does not leave the Spartan tour in front of you. 33-8, a very strong start in this round here for Quadrant.
It is indeed. Only a player's up, so GloryGGz probably a transitional setup here. You could tell, based on his movement, that he wasn't sure if he was going to maybe start to make the move towards house, but instead just going to wait to see where the kills fall. Eventually, he does get wrapped around, though. Sica gets the first kill, 2v2 on the map.
Gonna run away. Snipedrone's going to be there to help him out, though. He just plays life on the key door and let Snipedrone do the body blocking for him. Our ball is going to be picked up here by tapping buttons. He's trying to scarper it back towards the dummies, but it might be bait. And they double peek. Snipedrone now looking for 2. We'll find the 2.
Glory's the only player alive here for Quadrant. Not going to be easy. Essentially going to be in a 1v2 bottom mid, but right now he's actually doing fantastic damage and very selective damage. Gets the trade as well.
The timing on the side of Quadrant here. They're trying to get that ball away. Does that grenade do enough damage? Snipedrone's going to be there again. He's got a QT to play with. Doesn't even get to hit it though, but Sica's going to be there, dropping that oddball to clean up the damage, and it's going to be more time here for Quadrant. It's been a very interesting game. No real strong setup, you would say, from either team. It's been kind of a game that's been played in 2v2s at the moment, with the 2 players engaging away from the ball and the 2 players with the ball trying to protect it.
Oh my, return to sender. One thing I was about to mention, double as well, one thing I was about to mention is because Barcode didn't spend any of that repulse, he essentially just gave it to Sica, who also had the ball, so that led to 48 points now for Quadrant.
SLG is going to be taken down as the last member alive, and finally Native get a little bit of a foothold here, and we've seen how good they can be if they get the 4 dead situations. We saw it on Stronghold a little bit earlier. We saw it certainly in the Slayer in Game 2 as well. But Tapman is probably thinking, do I go for ball? Do I send it towards a teammate? Do I try and fight bottom middle? Snipedrone's going to be there to get that kill. GloryGGz now with the sniper rifle. Snipedrone denies the line of sight, does challenge!
Oh my God.
And even though he gets repulsed, it still hits the body.
Beautifully done there. Made it also look pretty. SLG just going to hope that all the business is taken care of as he just scoops himself through Rat Tunnel. meleeing and almost in celebration with the points on the board so far. But of course, a lot more work yet to be done. GloryGGz going to pick up one on Glory. And just like that, 2 down for Quadrant. On the push, it's a 2v2. Now actually Sica last player alive.
That's a very comfortable double kill there for GloryGGz. Felt if Glory just got around that corner, didn't get caught on the geometry of the scoreboard, then maybe that might have been a little bit more difficult as he would have had some support, but good job from GloryGGz to make that as simple as possible.
Oh my.
Even though they have this lead, starting to see it disappear in front of them. Barcode's going to find another one onto SLG. You wait for the push to come in. Glory will fly through to take the sniper out of his hands. Sica, though, will fall. And Glory now has to continue to clean up here, and will do so. Ball is down bottom middle, and now it will be collected, but APG put pressure on from that key door.
Nice chop from APG. There's only one shot left from the snipe as well.
Ooh,
doesn't even get to burn it.
To line that thing up.
Nice push from APG there.
APG having a really, really strong series and a really, really strong tournament.
Hello.
There's a nice little double kill for him. Simple for a man of the caliber and the skill of a pure gangster.
Nice little damage under the sandbags as well. That's it, cleaned up. Love the angles. I mean, that's, you know, it's not really easy to do that much damage just sitting from the window. Almost does it to Glory. Finally, they take down APG. Now 62 to 53 on the lead change.
Lead change, like you say. Snipedrone gets repulsed back. Is he going to be able to avoid that splash damage? No, he's not. Ball is down bottom middle once again. Tapping button, he tries to run it towards his teammates, backing them to win those fights. They do have the numbers to play it like this as well. 2 minutes left on the game clock. Oh, Glory gets spied out though.
Oh boy. That's tough for Glory. That's tough for Quadrant. Just lost the lead. You lose your camo player as well. Snipedrone's the only player alive. Looks to be Rat Tunnel. Yes, he'll finally fly out. Staggered spawns now on top of that, so this will be even more time for Native Gaming.
Yeah, it's very like un-Quadrant-like what we're seeing in the last few pushes. It seems like it's a little bit desperate, it's a little bit disjointed. It feels like somebody needs to really kind of wrangle the comms together and say, hey boys, let's just like wait for each other for a second here. Let's just play off some damage.
10 extra seconds, yeah.
Not give away these easy deaths, and this finally looks like what's going to be happening here. Repulse comes in after the beatdown, APG will get that kill. But he's got some more work to do, but Barcode off the respawn is going to be able to help him. Double kill for APG. The man is playing some serious Halo.
Really nice stuff from APG. Especially think about what he did, right? To hit the repulse to make sure he doesn't get any melee trade. Just little things like that along the exit of the Rat Tunnel allows him to then be present on the A plat to fight the sandbags battle. Just really nice sequence, and he's still alive. He's still wreaking havoc.
It's the trade as well, and that's going to be good for them because they've got the majority of the numbers in and around where that oddball is. SLG again just flying forward on his own here. He's going to get perfect for his troubles as well, and that's going to set Quadrant back a few more minutes.
Tapping says, I'll just take this, and I will exit. 94 on the board, 5 points to go.
Desperation plays coming in here from Quadrant, and at this point they need to be, but with the kill starting to stack up, only one player can stop it, and that's going to be the man who just saw taken down, although Barcode gets the final kill. He'll grab the final seconds here, and that will be the round going to Native Gaming. They are 1 round away from sweeping Quadrant now and sending Quadrant back to the airport.
And of course, worth noting, trailing in that round as well. What you thought was maybe going to be the first big signs of life from Quadrant, not just in the gameplay, but also on the scoreboard, ends up just being another Native Gaming win off the comeback. This would be something. Sica eventually wins that, but it wasn't easy.
Certainly wasn't. But having won it, now he can transition 1 kill into another. Barcode is going to be sniffed out here as well. Glory trying to stay alive. Sica trying to do everything he can to help him out of this situation, and finally will do. Ball has been rotated back by Snipedrone as well. And this one, it feels like this is the first time that there's been an element of control of 50% in the map for Quadrant. Sniper rifle in the hands of Snipedrone as well. He's going to be looking to peel anyone who dares to go for that camo, and it might be APG who tries to jump up for it.
Oi, does not even grab the camo either. Still going to be there. Burn some ammo. Trying to hit body shots while also burning ammo. Sniper, I don't think, played. Should still be on the map. GloryGGz now with camo. We'll see what he can do. 3 dead. SLG's last player alive. And even though he's on the map, won't be a huge threat because they're going to grab the ball anyway.
Yeah, just let him live in that situation. Just clear out the rest of the map. Move that ball away from where SLG is. And interesting respawn coming in for Snipedrone there.
Yeah, whoa.
Almost caught them off guard, but in the end, it actually works out for them as all of them are stacked up together. It's 4 dead again, and GloryGGz continues to go on his run in this game. He's 13-13 at the moment with this camo just dissipating as we look at it. He's got a chance to catch a wall spawn as well.
Oh, is he going to trade there as well? Very nice trade. That's not easily done when you have a player pushing you in the back of A, but he makes it happen. Gets a trade that would be applauded by many, and for good reason.
1v1 wins it. Barcode now looking to use this commando, disguised as a cartoon dinosaur. To try and pick up the kill, and he does so. Now the ball's going back into the hands of Quadrant, and they go back towards the tower.
2v2 momentarily on the map. Snipedrone just going to try to get a nest bridge angle. Realizes they already have the B angle, so needs to readjust his focus here back to tower. That ball might be played.
Shots from
Uh-oh. Enemy has the ball. Help comes in the end. Sica's going to be the last player alive. He's on the sandbags for Quadrant.
He's trying to do all he can in this game at the moment. He's 20 and 15. He's the only player who's positive on the side of Quadrant. And when you're seeing the point of view of not just him, but the players that he's fighting against, you can see how much of a difficult kill he is being. He's winning his individual fights. He's winning the 1v1s. He's doing everything he can, but GloryGGz with the stick will turn 1 into 2, and the camo now is open for tapping buttons to go forward. However, it looks like Quadrant are able to flood forward here. SLG looking for some information, bottom middle. And looking to grab that ball.
Got to say as well, Sica, not only 21 and 15, the only one positive, he also has the most assists on his team. Just stepping up in a huge way, but man, do they ever have a long road if they want to stay alive in this tournament. 3 dead now, 4 in the end. Barcode's going to be your first spawner and maybe an opportunity for Quadrant to get this round on the board.
So just to find a little bit of momentum in the last few seconds. Quadrant trade coming in from Snipedrone. It's going to keep them on those staggered spawns, and it's going to keep them in control of that oddball. Again, Sica wins an important 1v1 in the back of tower. That was the last player who could really pressure that ball. And now off the respawn, GloryGGz going to find there's numerous players from Quadrant in and around green, and Glory has the chance here to heat up with his sniper rifle. And if you saw Atlanta, you will know that if he does get hot with this, he can hit some pretty nutty clips.
Maybe the series isn't over just yet. Another shot making it look way too easy. Eyes still on green as they cross the 70-point mark.
Ooh, the timing of that. Holds the angle, but Barcode is going to be now last alive, and Quadrant are back into this. And boy, did they need this round. Boy, did they need the confidence. It's more the state of the way that they put this round together. The fact that it has been somewhat dominant in comparison to what we've seen from the rest of the series should breed some confidence for them, but still work to do here. We know that Native Gaming want to see this out.
That eventually gets flushed out. 82 on the board now. Snipedrone wins one. However, GloryGGz is going to be the one that gets the last laugh as scooting the ball out of rat tunnel.
Very geographically appropriate.
A lot of scooting here in Salt Lake, huh?
They love it.
They love the scoots.
Glory with 2 bottom middle. Make it 3 dead here for Native Gaming as Sica comes in. Glory's actually going to get 3. That's going to be 4 dead, and this could well be an opportunity to tie this game up at 1-1 in rounds if they can find this first pick on the respawn. Everybody from Native Gaming is flooding from the same direction. Everybody is spawning over at green, and I don't think anyone is close enough, and Quadrant show some life. They will tie this game up at 1-1.
This is absolutely crazy. Also, how fitting that we end that on Sica's POV. 24 and 16 with 14 assists. Wait till this comes back up on the stats top left. Leads the entire game in the kills category. Leads the entire game in the assists category. And has the least deaths in the game with the most ball time. Not just on his team, but in the game. This is properly insane. He's got the ball again. This is an insane outlier here from Sica. We'll see if they can stay alive here off the back, truly, of Sica's leadership.
Yeah, this is Sica trying to carry at the moment. He is trying to do absolutely everything he can to keep his team in this tournament, to keep their hopes alive of progressing into the next round of the elimination bracket. But with Barcode hitting no scopes like that and cleaning them up, he's going to have to do a little bit more because SLG is scooting away with that ball, and it's going to be Barcode as the last alive.
That is the kind of stat line where I think every other player in the lobby, whether camo eyes, back.
There's no way. Oh, okay.
Gets away. Gotta say, it's the only. Snipedrone tries to make push and make through.
It is the only you though. I agree with you.
I mean, that stat line is going to make every other player in the lobby wonder, how are we letting one player do all of this in every single category? It's a pretty big outlier. There's a reason we're kind of losing our minds about it. We'll see if they can keep it up.
GloryGGz going for the ball. Great stick from Snipedrone though. Really important just to slow down that ball rotating away, which now gives Sica the chance to push up himself. Barcode had that sniper rifle, no ammo to play with though. Barcode's looking for the trade in this situation. Sica doesn't want to give it to him, and Sica will not give it to him. It's a clear win for him that gives the numbers back into the favor of Quadrant. It forces the play ball. Now Sica in another 1v1, and he wins it again. It's perfect shots from Sica. It's almost perfect halo that we're seeing from Sica at the moment, and it is kind of projecting his team forward to try and find some sort of confidence, find some sort of drive. As they put more points on the board here.
Man, imagine if they're able to bring this series back, even just this game, to force this series a distance. You're going to be thinking back to what Sica is doing in this game. Right now, they're up by 35.
Force the play ball. Does it go? No. That'll do.
Wait, that's incredible.
Don't worry about the ball.
Wait.
Send the man off instead.
I don't know if I've ever seen that exact series of events. The failed play ball, and you just think, you know what, actually, the ball can stay. You are leaving.
Your friend can stay. You've got to leave. Oh, a sentence I've heard many times in my life. Glory's going to find a double kill. Barcode gets the ball back to tower, but he is last alive, so it's going to be another play ball. This one does clear the railings. And now he tries to scarper away himself. Just for a second, I thought I was going to stay on, but it does go off.
We're fine with him. You have got to go. 46-22 now. Native Gaming putting a little bit of extra points on the board here. 3 dead. APG, the man on your screen. He's the last one alive. He's going to try to do everything he can to get a kill.
Big win.
SLG shuts him down.
Big win from SLG. Snipedrone now takes the responsibility of holding that old ball himself. 55 points on the board here for Quadrant. Sniper Rifle's just popped top middle as well. Sica's going to be on that, and if you wanted anyone, I think, at the moment to have a power weapon in their hand and have any kind of advantage on the map, it's the man with most ball time, most assists, least deaths, and most kills for your team. Glory's actually on time.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's worth mentioning, Glory has stepped up in a big way, too. That there was a reason they have a lead here by over double, and that's because Glory has been putting up the numbers in this one as well. Now 31 to his name.
Another kill for Glory. Make it 2. SLG finds himself the Sniper Rifle. Is this going to be what sparks him into life? We're a little bit off the boil in this series up until this point, SLG, but we know that he can be flashy when it comes to using this Sniper Rifle, but no scopes uncharacteristically, at least don't hit the body for him in that situation. Ball is down, and Quadrant find themselves 4 dead. Native Gaming have a great opportunity to stack up some time here.
Yeah, they could really play spoiler here off of what has been a really great Quadrant run and Quadrant momentum. The burning of some ammo coming in for APG here.
4 shots to play with. Enemy has the ball. Snipedrone finds one, but it's traded out almost immediately. Now the Rapid's coming in, but does APG have the timing? Looks like all of his teammates are falling around him. He'll be able to quick scope one and find the headshot afterwards. Sica's making him work for this, though. Look, Sica probably thinking about a play ball. APG looking for no scopes. Maybe use the repulse, maybe use stickies, everything. In the end, it's Snipedrone who says, that's cool, eat a grenade.
In the end, takes him down. He's going to be grateful for it because we've been seeing APG pull out some pretty special plays. Triple kill for Snipedrone.
Barcode has that ball, though. He's being a nuisance when you get a triple kill. Finding that final player who's running away with that ball can be so frustrating sometimes, but Snipedrone now will have the ball delivered to him, and all of a sudden Quadrant are getting closer second by second with Native Gaming 2 in the death screen to taking this game and keeping themselves alive in this series.
Not gonna lie, as neutral fans of this, we love to see this Quadrant rallying back, forcing this series, making it a little bit more interesting here. 15 points to go for them to close it out.
Glory now on 35 kills. Big fight coming in here. Will be one. Killing spree here for Snipedrone as well. Ball is still down, but the camo's going to be picked up, and now it's a really smart play from Snipedrone to rotate it through the path that SLG can hold down. The camo player here has so much responsibility just to get shots down, just to survive and get these final seconds on the board. Quadrant survive, Quadrant will thrive, and we are going to a Game 4.
Enemy team took the hill. about to score. Enemy team scored. Hill incoming. Hill ready. Enemy team took the hill. Enemy team took the hill. Enemy about to score. Enemy team scored. Hill incoming. Ready. Enemy team took the hill. Enemy team took the hill.
Out, that's going to give them at least some spawns to play with. Glory's trying to wait for teammates to get around blue himself. He's spotted out the sticks. It's going to be good though. That one does connect. SLG finds another one, and even though Glory has been taken down here, it makes the things a little bit more scrappy. Sica trying to push it around the dip. APG, no more thrust left for him as well. Snipedrone's going to be up on S3 and challenged. SLG drops the bottom middle, even though they found one. Not going to be able to turn it into two, as Tapping will combine with the damage from APG to trap all of Quadrant on the snipe side here.
And you really get the feeling that Quadrant needs to make this one happen if they want to stay alive in this series. Going down 3-0, of course, would be a dagger that and a mountain that maybe they cannot overcome. About 50% done here on hill number 3.
That's 45 left on the game clock, still plenty of time for them. SLG wins his one's bottom middle. Last player alive is going to be Guilty, as you can see on your screen, and he will find a double kill.
Enemy team took the hill.
Sica stood inside of that hill, Snipedrone trying to protect him and trying to maybe locate, or relocate I should say, to a better position to try and deal with the push that's going to be coming in from bottom middle. Repulse away, even though the shields are broken here for Guilty. Keeps him alive for a few seconds extra. Snipedrone now going to be taken down. And that's a worry for me when you look at Quadrant. The communication as Guilty last player alive and do what he's doing right now.
This actually could be. This could be
Really shouldn't be allowed.
Should not be allowed. If he does
Stuck him as well! He stuck him!
Gilkey, 14 8 in the game right now. A run like that.
This is what happens when you don't deal with the last player alive, though, right?
Yep.
It's what happens when you let a player exist for a little bit longer than they should. There's so much talent on this main stage, and in this on the side stations as well. But that's what can happen off the back of it.
3 dead. Snipedrone, last player alive. Gets taken down. They will step in 3-0 in favor of Native Gaming and 3 dead for Quadrant off of that. And you start to wonder if this is going to be the end of the road for Quadrant.
Going to have to be quite some comeback. And with APG starting to hit shots like that onto SLG, it might be GG here for Quadrant, like you say. Snipedrone trying to put some pressure down. Camo is up. But what a run this has been from Native Gaming in this tournament. First time they get to pool play. Now they're going to find themselves, if they can close out this game, into the top 6 as well. And still looking to progress through the bracket and make it to Sunday. SLG finds the shock rifle, but time is against them.
APG finally taken down, but still can't get over Gilky's numbers here as 3 will fall. SLG's your last player alive for Quadrant, and he's going to be looking for not only faces, but also a miracle on the map. He gets taken down handily by tapping buttons. Gilky is 17-9 in this game.
The Native Gaming want to close it out here. They're holding that hill. They're not just playing for time. They're not just playing for clock. They want to make a statement here. They want to win this one 4-0. Tapping will go down. Gilky trying to survive in and around the loop, taking some smart angles onto SLG. Shoulder peeks, keep his shields in the advantage as well, and now he re-peeks as well. Sica, he's going to be weak inside of the hill, and it's going to be 19-10 as he finally goes down for Gilky in a game where they needed him.
Really needed him here. He stepped up in such a huge way, and now Barcode helps to clean up the damage as well. Still going to be a staggered 2 dead for the side of Quadrant. Just about halfway done with the 4th hill.
Quadrant, you can see at the moment, just look like they might be waving the white flag a little bit. SLG, he finds 1, he'll find 2. And even though he has the camouflage, time is really a problem for them now. 1 minute and 14 left on the game clock. They're down by 3.
Enemy team took the hill.
It's tough to even think of a way they get back into this.
It really is, and you have to think maybe they're digging deep here and trying to think of a miracle scenario, but I couldn't agree more. I think I want to give teams every ounce of credit and opportunity they have. This one feels like it's out of reach.
2 dead here for Native Gaming, and Quadrant should, if they can deal with Gilky flying down bottom middle, at least put a point on the board. 1 minute 10 left on the game clock.
Let's see.
We'll have to see if there is going to be a miracle run coming in from Quadrant.
You have to wonder, should Native have considered playing clock there? There was 1:36 left. Obviously, it's easy for us in the commentary booth to be asking those questions, but what can Quadrant do? 3 dead again for Native, and I would love nothing more than to be proved wrong.
Hold your horses and all other farmyard animals. Gilky continues to win his 1v1, 23-12 for him now. Gets a shock rifle off the back of it. Quadrant already halfway done on this hill, by the way. APG takes down Sica. 3 players still spawning in and around the snipe. Shock rifle flying past APG and his spawn. Quadrant now find themselves back into that hill, but they do have 2 members in the death screen.
APG knows he needs to go.
4 dead.
4 dead.
Enemy team took the hill.
And now, once again, not going to play time here. Going to start challenging on this hill as well. 55 seconds still left. Watch the kill feed. This is a big, big moment here.
In every single second that Native Gaming is staying in this hill, though, it's giving an opportunity for a comeback to happen for Quadrant.
Couldn't agree more.
However, if you're tapping buttons, maybe he's just padding them stats.
3 dead now. SLG, your only player alive. Camo also up top mid. You're surprised with 3 dead. There's no camo move, but maybe they don't want to risk it. They want to end it here.
See, he gets bodied. Tapping buttons is going to collect an assist as APG picks up a kill, and with these shots hitting and Barcode finding kills in the feed as well, it's just seconds away from confirming what we felt we knew a few moments ago. Native Gaming send Quadrant home and continue an incredible run here in SLC. They will move on in this elimination bracket, and it has been the best tournament of the year for them by far.
Without a doubt. Shown up in such a huge way. 4-1 win in that last game. As you said, they wanted to do it decisively, and decisively they do in the end. Unbelievable numbers. Gilky 26-13, double positive in a game where the team needed him.